The Collective Wealth, an artist collective by and for emerging artists, has been able to begin its efforts with the support of the New Orleans Youth Alliance Rebuilding Our Village grant. This collective is aimed to address a gap in the resources available to the city's emerging artists to fully develop their artistry. In the traditional art landscape, artists in their mid to late 20s are at a disadvantage with the resources they have access to in efforts to develop their work. Many tools and exhibition opportunities are oftentimes outside of their reach due to financial strains or lack of experience. Youth-led change, such as the Collective Wealth, provides a perspective that is oftentimes omitted from the workings of most organizations. Most youth-focused work is spearheaded by those who are not of the youth demographic. This can oftentimes cause organizers to be separated from the genuine needs of the population they intend to serve. Projects created by and for the young artists can specify problems associated with this demographic and creates an invigorated enthusiasm to provide solutions to these issues. The Collective Wealth aims to bridge this gap by providing artists with the funds and platforms to create and showcase their works to greater audiences. NOLA's Rebuilding Our Village grant has provided the Artist Initiative the seed investment needed to begin working with emerging talent. Through the works of participating artists, community collaborators, and viewers, the Collective Wealth has produced its first iteration of providing young artists with the space to openly create and redefine what it means to be an emerging artist. A Moment to Breathe brings awareness to the growing need of mental health care in our society and pairs this recognition with tools that provide possible solutions for bettering the mental health of our community. Through this exhibition, 4 local artists explore the themes of rest and how this manifests itself visually. Abstracted works were created to display different examples of resting places these artists resonated with. These examples were then showcased to the community, encouraging conversations on why rest is important and highlighting the work of other local art organizers who specialize in using different art forms to better mental health. This project has allowed the Collective Wealth to pour resources into the exhibiting artists that aid in their professional expansion and gather community members to explore art making as a healing modality. This project addresses the mental health and well-being of its participants by bringing awareness to the necessity of intentional periods of relaxation. A Moment to Breathe, opening April 15, 2023, thrives to create a space of rest for its audience in the presence of the fast-paced society we are all a part of. Beginning with the creators, artists are asked to reflect on what their places of rest look like. Given the freedom to express this in their preferred forms, artists depicted abstracted forms of nature, deep connections to the spiritual beliefs and practices, and compartmentalization of surrounding chaos. These forms were created through mediums such as watercolor, acrylic paint, and textile materials. Automatism, the creation of works without conscious thought or control, was a technique used by the artists. This fluid art-making style was noted by artists to bring a sense of ease to their art making and allowed for them to release the desire of perfection in their finished work. To share this feeling of relaxation, the project worked with Whole Village Art Therapy to facilitate a relaxation activity. On April 22, 2023, community members of the Collective Wealth, Whole Village Art Therapy, and Studio B participated in a workshop that showcased art making as a healing modality. This art making workshop used a guided watercolor activity to demonstrate the resting qualities of fluid painting. This contribution to the mental well-being of its participants encouraged for the overall improvement of the community's well-being. During this granting period, a major challenge that this project faced was securing an exhibition space. It's customary to secure an exhibition space a year in advance. As our grant period was only 4 months, the pressure was on to find a space that was available and a good fit for this exhibition. The originally perceived space for the show was a white wall gallery. A standard gallery would have given the artist a blank canvas to curate the show around, and a sterile appearance would have created a naturally calming environment. With these galleries being unavailable or outside of the budget, the collective had to pivot its plans. Through the network of the lead artists, 3 walls at Studio B Gallery were able to be used. These walls were reserved for rotating exhibitions, so personalizing this space was the next unexpected challenge. In the grant, the collective did not allocate a budget for space alterations due to its hope for a white wall gallery. With this needed shift, the lead artist invested funds to create this blank slate. In future project planning, the Collective Vault will have a contingency fund to cover unexpected costs like this and will continue to use this network to source out exhibition spaces for future projects. This is the Collective Vault's first showcase, which is a major milestone. This grant has impacted artists in two major ways: platform providing and financial support. All artists who participated were given a $500 unrestricted stipend. Along with this financial support, artists were also provided the platform of a frequently viewed gallery to showcase their artwork. This provides them with a greater audience to introduce their work to and increases the possibility of their artwork being purchased. The Collective Vault is excited to continue assisting the development of emerging artists and will use this experience to grow its community in the city of New Orleans.